Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Famous comic wants to be the next Golden Bachelor. Bachelor Nation's reach is surprisingly far and wide. During a recent interview, a famous comic revealed he wants to be the next Golden Bachelor. Jess Palmer, who serves as host of the franchise, shared his reaction. Keep reading for all the details. Will the Golden Bachelor return to ABC? There has been a lot of upheaval to the Bachelor franchise in recent years. The beachy Bachelor in Paradise spin-off was shelved for the 2024 TV season, but returns later this year. ABC just announced that they put The Bachelorette on pause, but didn't say how long. The changes came amid major backlash from viewers over the fate of Golden Bachelor Jerry Turner's relationship with Theresa Nist. The two got engaged at the end of the first Golden Bachelor season. They quickly married a few months later in a televised wedding. However, Jerry and Theresa announced they were divorcing just 4 months later. Despite the unsuccessful first season, many fans want the network to give the spin-off another chance. It's possible a second season of The Golden Bachelor will air this summer or fall. But who should be the lead? Famous comic ready to be the next Golden Bachelor lead. Joan Vasso's season of The Golden Bachelorette gave the network several options for a new Golden Bachelor. But could the network choose a famous celebrity instead? One comic threw his name out as a possible lead. George Lopez has been making people laugh for nearly 5 decades. He was recently a guest on Jennifer Hudson's talk show to promote his final stand-up special. Muy Católico is currently streaming on Amazon Prime. The chat between Hudson and Lopez turned to his dating life. He was married to Ann Serrano for 17 years before splitting in 2010. She famously donated a kidney to the ailing comedian in 2005. Jennifer Hudson asked him if he would ever consider joining Netflix's dating show Love is Blind. He said that he's too recognizable for that show. However, he would consider The Golden Bachelor. I am prepared, if asked, to be the next Golden Bachelor, he said on the talk show. Was he joking or serious? Who knows with George Lopez? Jennifer Hudson's talk show team shared a clip of George Lopez walking through the tunnel before joining her on stage. The show is famous for the staff members dancing and hyping the guest up during the walk. The internet was stunned by George Lopez's fully bearded and wild hair. Wow, he aged like crazy. I didn't even notice who he was, one shocked viewer wrote on TikTok. Jess Palmer reacts. One of the biggest changes in Bachelor Nation was when Jess Palmer, who was Bachelor in 2004, replaced Chris Harrison as the franchise's host. Jess Palmer was a guest on the Jennifer Hudson show a few weeks after George Lopez. She asked him to share his thoughts on George Lopez as the next Golden Bachelor, and he was all in. I think it would be amazing, Jess Palmer said before adding that the comic would have the best hair in the franchise. He joked that he would make George Lopez flip his hair before handing out every rose during the show's rose ceremonies. The Golden Bachelor franchise has taken the world by storm, proving that love isn't just for the young but for the young at heart. Now, in a move that no one saw coming, a famous comedian is throwing his hat into the ring, hoping to be the next man to hand out golden roses. Rumors started swirling when none other than insert famous comic's name, a stand-up legend known for his sharp wit and self-deprecating humor, joked about his interest in the show during a late-night appearance. Look, I've been married. I've been divorced. And at this point, I'd rather find love on national television than in a Whole Foods aisle, he quipped. But as the audience laughed, insiders say there was more truth in his words than anyone realized. A comedic take on Love the Comic, who has spent decades making audiences laugh with his no-holds-barred takes on relationships, now wants a chance at romance himself. Why not me? He told his podcast listeners in a more serious tone. These guys on The Golden Bachelor, they've got charm, they've got wisdom, but what about someone who can make you laugh through the hard times? That's what really matters in love. The Bachelor franchise has always leaned into storytelling, drama, and fairy tale endings. But what would happen if the next lead was someone who sees life through a comedic lens? A golden bachelor who cracks jokes during the rose ceremonies, delivers one-liners in emotional confessionals, and turns a date gone wrong into a stand-up special could bring a whole new flavor to the show. Hollywood's reaction. Some Hollywood insiders are all for it. Late-night hosts have already started running segments on what a season with him at the helm would look like. Imagine the first night, Jimmy Fallon joked. Instead of giving out the first impression rose, he gives out the first impression roast. Meanwhile, reality TV veterans are debating whether Bachelor Nation would embrace such a big departure from the traditional lead. "He's hilarious, no doubt about it," said former Bachelorette star Caitlin Bristow. But can he handle the pressure? The emotions? The cried in the bathroom off-camera moments? Chris Harrison, who, let's face it, still weighs in on Bachelor Nation topics despite no longer hosting, reportedly gave his 2 cents, saying, "It would be an interesting season, but the audience has really connected with the sincerity of the show. The comedian might have to find a balance between humor and heartfelt moments." The women are ready. Surprisingly, it's the potential contestants who seem most excited about the idea. Since whispers of the comic's interest went public, some of the most popular Golden Bachelor hopefuls have taken to social media, practically campaigning for the chance to date him. "Laughter is the key to my heart," one woman posted, tagging the Bachelor producers. Another wrote, "I'd rather go on a date where we laugh so hard we cry than sit through another awkward dinner date where we talk about our mutual love of sunsets." While the Golden Bachelor typically features men with backgrounds in business, medicine, or service industries, the idea of a celebrity lead isn't unheard of. Just ask Gary Turner, who went from an unknown Indiana restaurateur to America's most eligible senior heartthrob overnight. But a world-famous comic? That's new territory. Bachelor Nation speaks as, with any shakeup, opinions among fans are divided. Some love the idea of a lead who can make them laugh. Others worry that it might take away from the sincerity of the show. I love him, but do I want to see him in tearful, serious conversations? Can he pull off that side of the show? One fan wrote on a popular Bachelor Nation forum. Another fan countered, "I think this is exactly what the franchise needs. The Bachelor has gotten so predictable. A comedian would change things up." Will ABC take the leap? The question remains, will ABC actually go for it? The network has made surprising casting decisions before, but nothing quite as bold as putting a well-known comedian at the helm of one of their biggest reality shows. If the past few years have taught us anything, though, it's that reality TV thrives on reinvention. A season led by a comedian could be a game-changer. Imagine dates that include improv classes, stand-up challenges, and a final one-on-one where the couple writes their vows and performs a joint comedy routine. The show could even tap into new audiences, people who wouldn't normally tune into The Golden Bachelor but love the comic's work. Producers are reportedly weighing their options. He's charismatic, he's got a built-in fan base, and he's genuinely looking for love, said one anonymous source close to the show. It's a risk, but it could be a brilliant one. A love story with punchlines in the end. What makes The Golden Bachelor work isn't just the romance. It's the real, unfiltered emotions of people who have lived full lives and still believe in love. If this famous comic can bring that same level of sincerity while keeping things lighthearted, he just might have a shot. Will he be the next Golden Bachelor? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, if he gets the gig, it's going to be the funniest season yet.